Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Miss J and I am back with another video. This video is going to be circling around the full moon energy, which is going to be ruled by Taurus. So if you are someone that is brand new to this channel, welcome. My name is Miss J. I do celebrity psychic readings, monthly horoscopes, and we do other readings as well. And we just have a lot of fun over here. I wanted to make this video for basically all of my full moon lovers and astrology lovers. So again, if you're excited about this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new here and you already love the vibes, then what are you waiting for? Subscribe and let's just jump in and talk about it. So we're going through this crazy Venus retrograde, which a lot of people don't pay attention to because we're very focused on Mercury retrograde. We know what Mercury retrograde can bring. But Venus retrograde can also bring forth an energy of arguments, back and forth, miscommunication in matters of the heart, and also paying attention to things that we no longer do anymore because the world tells us we can't be artists, we can't do this, we can't do that. So Venus in retrograde forces you to focus on things that you're not paying attention to, that's hurting you deep inside with matters of the heart. Okay, so lately some of you guys have been probably having arguments with the people that you love because they're not seeing the love that you have for the hobby or the gift that you have. You understand? So it could be you used to paint all the time and now you don't. You used to write music all the time, now you don't. You used to have time for a comic you were creating, but work has been taking up so much of your time. So Venus in retrograde talks about that, and it was in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is the planet of transformation, but now the Venus in retrograde is going to move in Libra because it's going to retrograde and go in Libra. Okay, and Venus in retrograde is going to end November 16th, but then it's going to be another Mercury retrograde that we're going to have to go through in November. So we got to put our seatbelts and get ready for that one. So now that we know that Venus is in retrograde, kind of doing the most, but forcing us to pay attention to things that we are not paying attention to, we can now focus on this beautiful energy of the full moon being in Taurus. So I love full moon energy. I normally charge all of my candles in them. I normally charge all of my bats. I do so many things. I make anointing oils. I really indulge in the energy of the full moon, especially with it being in Taurus. Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus, but remember Venus is in retrograde, so the energy itself is forcing you to look inward. And with Taurus, Taurus is about that laid back, chill vibe. It is about luxury, it is about indulgence, and it's about standing up for what you believe in. Okay, being that we have the full moon in Taurus, and the full moon represents fertility, intuition. It also represents paying attention to one's emotions and creativity, right? Everything is being all combined, and we're all focused on matters of the heart and our emotions. So some of you guys could be reevaluating your love life during this time. Okay, now granted, some of you guys are reevaluating your love life not because Taurus in a full moon, because Taurus in a full moon with Venus being exalted, Venus being in a good position, it should actually bring love and amazing sex and all of that greatness and amazing food, travel. It should bring all of that energy. But because it's being retrograded right now, and because the energy is a little bit dim, is forcing us to pay attention to what's not going on in our love life. What's not going on that's not making our hearts sing with joy and happiness. And also, we have to pay attention to the malefic energy happening around this beautiful full moon. We have Uranus, the planet of freedom, sudden events, the planet of I need to break free and do things and break the rules and taboo. It is an opposition of the full moon in Taurus. Okay, so that's bringing forth that energy of maybe being a little bit impatient with the people that you love, maybe feeling like you're speaking but they're not understanding where you're coming from. So I've been seeing a lot of couples having this problem, and a lot of earth signs and water signs are going through this. And for the fire signs, a lot of Leos are going through this as well. Not really necessarily being heard, not being listened to or paid attention to. Cancers, the sign Cancer is also going through this as well. You guys are ruled by the moon. You guys are ruled by the tides. The fact that Uranus, which is sudden changes and just quick movement, is in opposition of the moon, you could be going through a moment of wanting to just drop everything, wanting to run away, wanting to do things on your own, wanting to start that business, wanting to paint, wanting to be creative again and just disconnect from the world because everything has been so turbulent and has been so negative. Okay, so in order for us to fight this Uranus energy, we need to, rather than falling victim to the feeling of I'm angry because I don't have time to do the things that I love, we need to embrace this and take this opportunity of transformation. Okay, Uranus, if you let it, it can really make you impatient. It can make you feel like nobody's listening to you, yet you're not being patient enough to explain where you're coming from. So this is the perfect time to be like, you know what? You probably don't notice about me, but I used to sing. And because I've been with you for so long, I haven't been able to do the things that I want to do. But I'm going to start singing again. I'm going to start writing music. I'm going to start having those dreams again because I miss it. And again, Taurus full moon encourages creativity. Okay, Venus in retrograde forces you to look inward on things that you're not doing that's of matters of the heart. Okay, and Uranus is that energy to get you to jump up and get started and do what you love doing. Otherwise, if you let this Uranus energy play with your emotions and your vibes, what it can do is it can make you irritable that you're not doing the things that you love. It could make you snap at the people that you love because you're not happy with certain things going on in your life. Granted, I fell victim to that this weekend. I felt like, you know, there's so many things that I used to do. There's so many things that I love doing, but I have fear that things are not going to work out. That's that Venus retrograde, okay? I have fear that things are not going to move forward because, granted, we're taught that we have to do things to pay bills. We have to make sure that we're okay. So a lot of us put our dreams to the side to make sure that the kids are fed and everything is handled, okay? Yet, what happens is we end up being so resentful and angry because we didn't have the opportunity to live in our truth and do the things that we love and do the things that we enjoy. So this energy is forcing you, literally like grabbing your hand saying, don't you miss singing? Don't you miss painting? Don't you miss dancing? Don't you miss intimate moments with your man? Are you working too much? Are you doing too much? Venus in retrograde guiding you. Are you taking care of you? Are you loving you enough? Is your man receiving the love that he deserves? Is your woman receiving the love that she deserves? Are you neglecting your emotions and neglecting how people are supposed to be treated because you're not happy with the everyday life, the mundane thing? So you're being guided to take this opportunity to transform and make that change. My sister, for months, she was so upset because she thought that she had to get like a 9-to-5, and she was very sad that she had to put her artistic dreams and her goals to the side. She was fearful that she wasn't going to be able to do the things that she loved. But you know what? I told her, no, you need to find this time to tap into what you love doing. Because again, Venus is in retrograde, and you're probably thinking about this and overthinking this because Venus is saying, no, we want you to make sure you're indulging and being in love with this. And Venus and Taurus and the full moon being ruled by Taurus is also encouraging that. But then we have Uranus in opposition, right? Bouncing off of that energy, making you either jump to do it with happiness or jump to do it out of anger. So how about this? If you're in a relationship right now, you happen to be a water sign or an earth sign or a Leo or a Cancer. You could be in a relationship right now where the communication is not as great as it used to be. The sex is probably not as great as it used to be. This is the perfect opportunity to tap into that and to work on it and to speak about it and to make things better. This is the time to do it, okay? Or you could be in a situation where you're in a love triangle or you're in this weird vibe where you're not receiving the love that is deserved. This is the time to walk away from it, okay? This is the time because Venus in retrograde and Taurus moving into the full moon is making you pay attention to how are you supposed to be loved and how are you supposed to receive and how you're supposed to receive love. Okay? So granted, we as a whole are being challenged to pay attention to our love life and our emotions. So when I move into tarot, the first card that I pulled out, of course, is the Moon card. Okay, so what does the Moon card mean in the original tarot? It talks about deception, obscurity, intuition, illusions, danger, and bad influences, ulterior motives, and false friends. That's what the Moon talks about. Okay, now we spoke about Venus being in retrograde, which means the arts and how we are receiving love, how we are being loved. Venus in retrograde in Scorpio is telling us to pay attention to these things. Is this person loving you and treating you the way you need to be treated right now? And if you're saying no, more than likely Uranus is trying to do that huge, crazy, get that energy out of your space and start over. Some of you guys could be cutting off some friends that have been mistreating you. Some of you guys could be walking away from a relationship that is mentally or even, dare I say, physically abusive. Okay? This energy is forcing you to remove what no longer serves you, that has anything to do with love, that is harming you. And you're being guided to heal. You're being guided to do the things that you used to do that made your heart sink. So even though these energies are a little bit intense, it's forcing us to pay attention to what we are not paying attention to. And it is forcing us to release what no longer serves us. Some of you guys could want some space to really heal, to really take some time to yourself. Because you've been working, you've been doing so much to keep everything flowing and going. But you feel underappreciative and you feel very taken advantage of. So you could be also disconnecting yourself. A lot of Cancer signs could be going through this. Disconnecting yourself altogether. Okay? So this is not a bad energy. As a matter of fact, this is probably the best thing that can happen. If we walk away crying, it's crying that's going to lead to healing. If we walk away better than before, we're going to make sure that we handle our emotions and we chase our dreams. My sister, randomly this week, she decided that she's going to start drawing again. She used to be an amazing drawer and she had a comic. She wants to learn how to draw and have a comic on Webtoon. She's Googling it right now as we speak. And she's making that her mission because Venus in retrograde, her love for artistry, her love for creation. Okay? Libras could be affected by this too because they're ruled by Venus. Okay? Her love for really like making everything beautiful. It was being attacked and talked down on because she has to focus on paying bills and being an adult. Now this energy, Uranus being that rule breaker, Taurus in the full moon, and then we have Venus in retrograde, all just saying, you know what, do what you love. Start that shit. Make it happen. So for all of my creators, this is for you. All of my artists, this energy is guiding you to start on it again and take this energy as transformation. Don't grow impatient. Don't get upset. This is the time to be like, you know what? I'm not going to get upset that I haven't been doing what I love. I'm just going to start doing what I love. And I'm not going to explain myself as to why I'm doing it. If you're going through walking away from a love life, if you're going through walking away from someone you've been with for a long time that's just been mistreating you and taking your kindness for weakness, this is the time to take some space to yourself, to figure things out and reevaluate things, because this energy is going to teach you and remind you on the things that you want in a relationship and how you want to receive love and be treated. Tomorrow, when the full moon happens, I want you guys to indulge. Focus on the things you used to love doing and start doing them again. Focus on communication with the people that you love. Focus on, do I need to put this relationship on pause because I'm not receiving the love that I need? Do I need some time to myself to focus on the things that I enjoy doing? This is the time to figure that all out. And in the meantime, drink some tea, take a long bubble bath, light some manifestation candles, prayer, and really just having time with self. That's what I'm going to be doing this full moon. I am going to be tapping into what I love, and I'm going to break through my fears of what the world has put in my head. I'm going to chase my dreams and make sure that I'm going to be a light for even more people And some of you are guided to do the exact same thing. So I hope you guys enjoy this beautiful full moon energy. And I hope you guys love videos like this. I love you guys. I deeply appreciate each and every one of you that just stopped by to listen. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And tell me if this video has resonated with you. But for all the tarot card readers that are watching this, I pulled out the Moon card, Knight of Wands, and I used the Psychic Tarot for the Heart from John Holland. The card I pulled for that deck is Share the Love. Okay? So that's all that I have for you guys. And blessings to all of you. Much love. Goodbye.